Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I put up well, it wasn't a short feed really yesterday, but I put up a feed yesterday, and I kind of glanced over at this bike, kind of skipped over it. And then last night I was thinking about it, and I was thinking something that I've known the whole time, but I haven't at this stage done, right? Is that when you put piston rings in anything, when you put new rings in, they have to bed in. They have to bed into the shape of the bore. See, bores can be slightly out of shape and still be okay. The rings should be able to account. They should wear into the shape. So originally, I wrote this bike off as having low compression. The original compression readings were around 120 on one side and 90 on the other, and that's why it just wouldn't run on one side properly. And then I did the ring rebuild, the top end stuff, put it back together, did an immediate dry test, and I got 95-ish on both sides. Okay, 95-ish on both sides. So, and then the truth is I was frustrated with this bike. I'd had it for months and months and months. I'd had enough, frustrated, so I kind of put it away thinking it needs a top end. And then last night I was thinking about it and I thought, well, hang on a minute, I need to confirm in my head this issue about piston rings bedding in. So I googled it and googled it and googled it, and it's very normal and it's very apparent that piston rings need to bed in, and that you'll never get a reading until they have. So I've come to the conclusion today that I need to put this bike back together, put some fuel in it and kick it over. I need to see if it starts. Not only do I need to see if it starts, I need to idle it for a good 5, 10, 15 minutes, a few times. Let it cool down, do it again, let it cool down, do it again. And get these piston rings bedding in to the shape of the cylinders. And only then will we know the true kind of health of this engine. So, I've got no projects, we know that. I'm sitting on this and I'm thinking, I've made a big mistake for months. So that's my plan for today. Let's get the exhaust on, let's get the carbs on, and let's kick it over. Let's see if we can get it doing fired up at least. Let's see if it will at least idle. It wouldn't idle last time. And if it idles, my God, just let it idle for a while and let them all bed in. I don't know how long it really takes. That wasn't really clear. And over the next few weeks, I'll keep firing up, I'll keep running it and idling it. And then apparently the kind of appropriate score for this is about 120. A 120 is kind of the average. Now, I always thought 120 was the low end on this particular bike. But again, I was looking up last night, and 120 was a very common average for this. It was only when it went under 100 that you rebuilt it. So interesting stuff. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw it back together as best as I can in aim to kick it over. I'll run to the station, I'll get some fresh fuel, I'll put the carbs on. I believe I dried them out so they're clean. And let's kick this bad boy over at some point today. Now Rabjab's coming along today, so that will slow me down, annoyingly. But you never know. If I set up the camera and tell him that I desperately need his help, he might even get a spanner out. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's get the exhaust on first. So exhausts are on, and when I say on, I say that extremely loosely. But exhausts are on with one bolt in, just holding them on in place. They're not full time. What's next? Carbs, probably. I'm looking at the wiring and I can work it out afterwards. I need this diode. I think this is a diode. I need this onto there. And then this blue. Oh, we've got a black here and a blue. Do they both come from the diode? They can't do. So I need to look at the wiring, but that goes there. And then I've got wires over here that will probably, my guess is 2 of these go into that diode. So I need to look at the wiring online. I've had it up and running before, so my videos might show it, but I've got a book somewhere as well. So carbs on at some point soon, and let's get this diode thing. I say diode, a capacitor, that's what it is. I believe that's a capacitor. I'm not quite sure what that does. Helps it start, maybe stores a bit of power, something like that. But I do need to work out this wiring. Anyway, so at the moment I've got what seems to be like the electrics doing their thing, but I don't know that, I have to be honest. I've got carbs on. There's fuel in this tank. Now I don't know. This tap is new, so I don't remember putting this tap on, but it's a 2-nipple tap, and the old tap was 1, so I don't quite know what's going on there either. But my guess is I can drip some fuel in this, turn the key and kick it over, and it may or may not start up. Honestly, I don't know where I am. The fuel's quite old and stale, so I'm a bit lost, but I feel like if it's sparking, if all of this wiring is correct and it's sparking, there's no reason why it wouldn't just at least do something. So let me throw you on the stand, and I think just do that, turn the fuel on. I'll put a cloth down in case there's any spillage. I'll turn the fuel on, and I will just kick it over and just see what happens at that stage, you know. It feels too quick and easy and early for it to do anything. If it drops a bit of oil, guys, don't worry. If it's doing anything it shouldn't, don't worry. Everything's just tapped on, it's hand tight, nothing's quite sealed, so don't worry too much about anything that might seem slightly out of place. There's no clutch cable, it's not going to go into gear. I just want to idle it. There's no gear lever on the other side. I just want to run it, see what happens, and we'll go from there. So the battery's quite low, which is to be expected. I'll give it some kicks. I don't know if that fuel tap's on or working. I can't tell. I don't know if there's fuel or not. Let me drop this. Let's see if we've got something in there. I should probably. Let's see. Out the way. There is fuel in there. It's not coming out of here, it's coming out of here. Okay, so there is sign of fuel in there. Look, you can see it. So maybe not. I can try the electric start, but we're at a low, very low. Very low. Big choke on. This bike never liked starting up with kick. It always liked the electric start. But I think I might bring the car up and throw it on the leads, just for convenience. Before I mess around too much, I'm going to lift the tank, just check that it is dropping fuel. Ain't seen her, you?
Yeah, I'm back.
You?
After 2 months. I'm back from the garage.
Oh, there's definitely fuel in that one. Yeah, there's fuel in there,
Depending.
Right, let's see if it starts. Where are we?
At least it's the electric start, not like.
Yeah. it's not even spitting, is it? Right, press the button, Roger. Just hold just that over there. Yeah, over there. Just hold that button. Yeah. Alright, let's check for spark. One moment.
Cover on dirty Charlie.
Yeah, I can't see the spark.
It looks really, it looks dirty, Charlie.
Oh, I've done something wrong with the wiring. Okay. Let's double check this wiring. Alright guys, I need to get back under that tank, just double check that wiring. It's not sparking currently, which is a good sign, that's why it didn't fire up. Right, one of the wires was out, this blue one was completely out. Let's check the spark. I hope I don't get sparks again this time. Oh. Ah, not connected, look.
I'm gonna do a lot of electric shock.
Ah, you'll be alright. Little bit of electric shock.
So Jamie had to come to the
Yes, spark. So, this could fire up then.
The last one fire, Charlie, one exhaust port.
One side was good, one
Yeah.
side wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've rebuilt the pistons instead. So, I wonder if this test ride now it needs to bed in.
You can use that gun, Charlie, to tune it up.
I don't know if this needs it. Right, we got spark now. My guess is it'll fire up, but you just never know, do you?
That starts out quite quickly.
Why did it rev up though?
My fault. You need to put a fuel tank on, Charlie.
I ruined the paint. My fault. Look,
Get that to you.
I'm sure he would have minded, but I wouldn't put that on that. I wouldn't ask him to.
Oh, that's what the business and trying to lift it up.
I think I'll paint it next time, my dad.
It's black. Oh, Charlie, you use that bit first, Charlie. Use it.
Yeah, I've got to let it warm up.
Okay, go downstairs.
It's like it's misfiring. But the carb's probably going to go clean. Yeah. Yeah, but they'll probably get it good clean. Right side's a bit cooler than the left side currently. But the carbs may need a good clean. I'm still going to leave it for 5-10 minutes to idle. I'm going to switch the camera off because you don't need to just watch it.